Beautiful beaches, outstanding seascape vistas, Vanlife campsites with a view in Qualicum Beach, British Columbia, plus a secret secluded boondocking campsite just off the highway to Port Alberni. Next on the HogTide Rising channel. Welcome to the HogTide Rising channel, an insight into nomadic van life seen through the eyes of a long-time touring motorcyclist. Howdy, HogTide Risers and van lifers. Well, here I am today in Qualicum Beach, beautiful Qualicum Beach BC, and it's a little bit of a drizzly day, but it's an important day. Today is the start of my nomadic adventure. Now, I've been in Nanaimo for, quite a while now. My business in Nanaimo has been completed. I went there to sell my boat and I managed to do that. So now I go back to being a nomad and I'll be hitting the road. So here I am at the Seaside Nature Park in Qualicum Beach. Now, it is really quite a nice place. It's a beautiful setting. It's an absolutely beautiful setting. I'm going to give you just a little bit of a view of it right now. So there, as you can see, there we have, this is the beach area. It's a kind of a rocky beach, but it's really, really beautiful. It's really nice. And I've spent a lot of time here over the course of the last winter. So I thought it kind of appropriate to start off my nomadic journey by coming back here. Now I'm just going to take a walk over here to the interpretive center and just give you a quick view of that. Now what I'm going to be doing from now on is I'm going to try to post my videos a little more regularly than I have been. I've called my videos in the past the Traveling Van Odyssey, and I'm going to sort of continue in that vein. Now I'm never going to be actually sure where I'm going to end up each day when I take off. I might know my first destination and I might not. But what we'll encounter along the way is whatever I encounter. I've got my van fairly well equipped. As we're going along and I'm using some of the equipment, I'll show it to you. And I'll give you my impressions as to how it's all working out for me. Now I've invested in some new camera equipment. Right now I'm experimenting with my DJI Osmo 3 gimbal, which I think is going to really improve the quality of my videos. And I've bought some other things which I'll be covering. But for now, we're just going to be chronicling the journey, talking about whatever crosses my mind. Some of the things that I meet that don't work out, maybe some of the adversity that I have to overcome. Some of the people I meet, some of the craftsmen I'll meet along the way. I've got friends who are craftsmen, I've got friends who are musicians, and I'll be taking videos of that kind of thing. But for now, well, we've just arrived at the interpretive center, and I'm going to give you a quick little view of that. Now, some of you who might be familiar with the DJI Osmo 3 will probably say, why isn't he using some of the fancy tricks that you can do with it to really make your video special? Well, to tell the truth, I don't know how yet, but I'll be learning. And when I learn, then we will start to cover some of that kind of stuff. So here we are looking over what is now referred to as the Salish Sea. When I first came out to this area and bought a sailboat, this whole area was known as the Strait of Georgia. But some anthropologists decided that maybe it shouldn't be called that anymore. And so a movement was started to call it the Salish Sea, and I guess that's what it's being referred to as now. Whatever it's called. It is a beautiful place, and it is a special place to everybody. It's a special place to Indigenous people, and it's a special place to non-Indigenous people. Because of its natural beauty and the grandeur and the nature that thrives in this area. Definitely a very special place. Now last night when I got to Qualicum Beach, I had to find a place to prepare my dinner, to do a nice picnic dinner on the beach. And this actually was the place that I chose. That's one thing about Qualicum Beach, is they have these beautiful picnic tables all along the beach area where you can set up, prepare a meal, or have a picnic lunch and enjoy this incredible view. Now I'm going to take you to the place that I camped last night and give you a look at that, and then after that I'll go down and show you the area where I had breakfast. But for now, let's just travel down the highway a little ways to my campsite. Well, here I am at the parking area where I camped last night. Now the nice thing about Qualicum Beach is all along the beach there are these parking areas where you can park and stay for the night. Now, I spent many comfortable evening in this location, and then there's several others as well. And that's just the nature of Qualicum Beach. It's kind of a cool place to come. So if you're a van lifer, if you're an RVer, and you happen to end up in Qualicum Beach and you're looking for a place to stay, well, just look for a parking area on the beach. When you're parked here, you have this gorgeous view because you're not going to get an awful lot closer to the beach than you are right here. I'm going to take a little walk, and then we're going to go down the stairs. We're actually going to go on the walking path for a short little spell. You'll get an idea of what it's like. Qualicum Beach is definitely one of my favorite places to visit, and it's easy to see why. It's got the beautiful seascapes and ocean panoramas. It's a really funky little town, and it's got some nice cafes and some nice pubs, and it's a great area for shopping as well. And they have different events during the summer. It is definitely a town that you should add to your list of go-to places, because I can guarantee you, if you come to Qualicum Beach to spend a couple of days, you'll probably end up staying a lot longer and enjoying every minute of it. I know I did, and I know I will keep coming back to this beautiful seaside village. Well, that's it for a quick little view of my last night's camping spot. But now we're going to move on to where I had breakfast, and I'll give you a quick look at that beautiful area of Qualicum Beach. Well, we just pulled into the parking lot adjacent to the picnic table where I had breakfast today. It's another one of the beautiful spots along the beach. The nice thing about this area is it's close to the public washrooms. What I like about these washrooms is that there are really nice dedicated handicapped washrooms, and being that I am a disabled, having only the one leg and using a prosthetic, it's really nice to have that special washroom. And then we'll take a walk down and I'll show you that washroom area before we continue on this journey. Well, here we go. As you can see, there's the picnic table, and look at the view. Isn't this incredible? Isn't this just awesome? The view that you get when you come here. It is a beautiful view. Around the side of the washroom building is where the accessible washrooms are. As you can see, a nice sink area and a nice toilet area, and with all the necessary handicapped accessible handles and everything like that. And then around the corner, we come to the showers and the change rooms, and these will be open on the 1st of July until the 30th of September, from 7 a.m. till 9 p.m. daily. So if you're in the area, this is the place to come. Free showers, hot showers, courtesy of Qualicum Beach. The public restroom also has very, very good Wi-Fi signals, very strong Shaw Passport and Shaw Open Wi-Fi for you. Well, that's pretty much a wrap of my little mini tour of the Qualicum Beach area, and I showed you the place that I ate dinner at last night, showed you the place I camped in last night, and also showed you where I had breakfast, and gave you a quick look, a quick tour of the washroom facilities. I'm heading up to the grocery store. There's a fine quality foods in town. I'm going to pick up some groceries and we're going to head west. Now I might make it all the way to Port Alberni. I might even make it further, but I don't think I'll make it to Bamfield today. Now Bamfield is my destination for the weekend because I have a friend up there that I met the last time I was in town who's offered to take me fishing. And that's an offer that I just cannot refuse. So after a quick trip to Port Alberni and a brief stay, I'll be heading to Bamfield. It's a rough road, but it's a scenic drive, and I look forward to returning to that beautiful little town. It's about 3:30 in the afternoon, and I'm not all that far from Port Alberni, but I'm definitely too far from Bamfield to try to make it there this evening. I knew about this really nice little campsite just on the way, just before you go over the hump into Port Alberni and just outside the Cathedral Grove Park area. And it's just a little pull-out, and if you're not looking for it, you'd probably miss it, but I've been here before, and it is a really nice little campsite. It'll handle, I don't know, maybe 6 people. Let's say I just give you a little cook's tour. I'll walk around and sort of show the area to you. I am right by the creek. Now there's a little fire pit area down here. Let's just take a little walk up here. It's pretty easy access and it's pretty smooth. It's almost like somebody's been in here. I think at some time it probably was designed to be a campground, because these little trails, roadways, look like they've been gravelled, they've been cleared properly. And there's nice little campsites. It's pretty close to the highway. And at this time of day, there's a little bit of road noise. You might hear it in the background, but it quiets down quite nicely once it gets dark and the traffic eases up on the highway. Got a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful river. There's a nice campsite. That'd be a good one. A little close to the highway though, I guess. We're gonna walk back to the van. I'm gonna get myself settled in nicely, and then I'm going to cook myself up a little dinner. That's one of the things I like to do, is make sure when I leave a town I'm familiar with that I've got provisions, enough food to last me for a few days. So I pulled into the Qualicum Foods in Qualicum Beach, and I bought myself some boiled eggs and some garlic sausage and some sauerkraut and a couple of frozen dinners and some tortillas. Just things I know I'll be using, and things that I'll be eating along the way, so I don't have to be worrying about whether I'm going to be fed. Tonight's just going to be a nice simple dinner. I think I'll probably get some cold veggies out, and then I'll heat up one of those Crave dinners on my alcohol stove. Maybe I'll get a chance to edit some video. I'm settled into this beautiful little campsite for the night. Until I have something more that I might want to talk to you about, I'm just going to sign off for now. We'll talk to you later.